Hello again, friends and loyal WulffPack members. Chaos with you and welcome to the Elite Dangerous 2.4 beta server, The Return. That's right, it's finally here. We're going to go and have a look at a brief overview of what we're going to be having in this beta. Now, bear in mind that this does not include any of the Thargoid content. So the vast majority of this update is not actually going to be in this beta. So, with that out of the way, let's move on and go and see what we do have to look forward to other than the main headliner. First of all, we can go and have a look at the brand new inbox. As you can see, it acts a lot more like an email client, which is really kind of awesome. So it also goes and tells you individual things. You don't even have to go and read the items to go and delete them. You can just do that straight from the inbox. The next introduction here is into the Hollow Me section. As we can see, we've got a bunch new hairstyles. We have this one here called Curly 1. We also have, here we go, long tied back hair. We've got loose ponytail 2. Loose ponytail 1 with some more, what I assume are bangs there. We've got long hair tied back with fringe. We have also Curly 2. Curly 3, very much more tightly curled there. We also have, here we go, dreadlocks. So any of you who've ever wanted to have dreadlocks on your commander, you've got that right now. We've also got curly ponytail 1 and 2. There we go, as well as dreadlocks tied back. So yes, much more customizable options for your commanders, and these are going to be introduced with free of charge, so you don't have to buy these from the Frontier store, which is awesome. What else I have noticed, we now have an outfit section. Nothing in there presently, but what I have spotted is you can customize, and it gives you sleeves, leg wear and torso wear. What I am suspecting this might do is either it's going to allow you to go and customize what individual parts of flight suits you have, or I am more leaning towards this is something that you're going to be able to wear over your flight suit. Maybe a combat jacket, some combat trousers, harnesses, this, that or the other. Maybe some body armor. We don't know. But it seems that we're getting way more customizable options coming in for our commanders. Not only that, but under the accessories section, we have an option for eyewear. Again, nothing is in here yet, but we are going to be getting more in there. Maybe we're going to be getting sunglasses, visors, maybe even some aviators. Not only this, but we now have an option to go and save multiple commanders. We can actually go and hit the save button. And as you can see here, we have the option to go and save up to what looks like 9 commanders, maybe more. We may even have a scroll section once we've filled all these out. But as you can see, you can save both male and female. It doesn't matter. Everything goes here. We also see some more changes to the mission board. It seems that it does go and load up much faster these days. Another thing I have noticed is the change to some of the assassination target icons. As you can see here, we've got a crosshair with a scale, so kind of justice killing. So this looks like they are the sanctioned assassinations. But I do think we saw another assassination. Here we go. Take down politician. So these are the unsanctioned assassinations. So it's just a standard crosshair. The 2 assassination types do seem to be getting a bit more distinct now, because as we can see here, it also says authority ships may be sent against you. So this is an illegal thing to do. That is great. A little bit more clarity. Again, the passenger lounge seems to go and load much faster. There we go. That's loaded way better. Now, I am curious to see whether or not we are going to have any different icons maybe for the illegal VIPs, like the Pirate Lords or the criminal masterminds. Doesn't look like it, because I cannot see anything here. Another change to the starport services is, as we can see here, we now have the option for search and rescue agent under the contacts panel. And what this allows us to do is go and take damaged escape pods, black boxes, personal effects, wreckage components and hostages, and go and actually donate them here legally. So these are all now going to be legal cargo, I suspect, so we can actually go and hand them in, and we're not going and feeling like we're actually selling them off into slavery. Because before, there was no legitimate way of actually selling these items. We had to go and sell them to a black market. Glad to see the back of that, because I'm going to feel a little bit more clean of conscience whenever I go and get rid of them. The next change is here in the livery section. As you can see, we have a much different livery screen. much clearer what we're going and working with here, but it does seem that there are only 5 slots here. Now what I suspect is going to happen, if you have more than 5 individual vessels or livery things that you can go and change on one individual ship, I suspect you're going to be having a scroll button either side. Hopefully you're not going to be limited to just these 5, because that would kind of suck a little bit. But again, going into the individual sections, we can actually now go and preview a bunch of different things. Now if we go scroll down, we can see everything that's grey we currently own, and if we scroll down further you can see that everything that is in blue is what we do not own, but we can now go and just check out. So that is kind of awesome. Now not only this, but we seem to have an option down at the bottom of the livery section for string lights, and it seems to just show a general view of the dashboard. Now I'm curious as to what this is actually going to be. Hopefully it's not going to be little fairy lights that you can string to your ship. What I would like this to be would be the different coloration of your HUD, but I seriously doubt that's going to be the case. And taking a look into the outfitting department under optional internals, you can actually see that we've now got the repair limpet controllers in the beta. Now, we're not going to go and test these out just yet. We're going to go and have a look at them in somewhat more of a specific video a little bit later. But this is great. Apparently what these allow us to do, if we go and have a look, so let's go and browse, go and have a look under the repair limpets. Here we go. Controls a limpet that repairs an amount of damage to the hull of a targeted ship. So that's awesome. It seems to allow for a repair capacity. Now, I don't know what this number actually goes and relates to. Perhaps this is hull hardness? I'm not really sure. We'll have to go and see how that will work. Another thing that I've liked the addition of is this little icon down here. This little person with a little signal icon coming out the side. What this basically means, as you can see here, is it's been supported by multi-crew. So if you've got a gunner, these can be fired off by your gunner. So that's amazing. Beyond that, I don't see anything else in the outfitting department that is new to this. Now, another change that we've got is here in our inventory. If we go and have a look at our ship cargo, we have a Thargoid sensor on board. What the hell is this? What magic is this? This is actually what was originally known as an unknown artifact. It's now been renamed in 2.4 as a Thargoid sensor. I suspect as well the unknown probe and unknown link are also going to be known now as Thargoid links and Thargoid probes. Another change as well is in the synthesis section here, where we can go and see that we can now go and manufacture our own limpets. As you can see here, it requires 10 tin and 10 iron. Now, what I suspect is that this is actually going to go and allow us to manufacture 10 limpets. It says 1 reload is available. Let's go and resupply, activating. There we go. We've gone and made some limpets. So let's go back, have a look in our cargo. And no, that's actually made 4. So it would appear that every reload is 4 limpets. So that makes sense, considering that one of the smaller cargo holds that we're going to be having is going to be capacity 4. So that makes sense. So each reload is 4 limpets. A lot of materials to fill up your cargo. I suspect it would be a little bit overpowered if we didn't have it that way. The next thing we can do is we can actually go and make our own chaff. We have a standard, a basic, which I suspect is only going to be a partial refill, a standard, which is going to be a full refill, and a premium, which gives you a plus 2-second duration to your chaff, which is great. That's going to be great in combat as well as getting away. So it's going to make chaff themselves way more useful. Not only that, but we can now go and manufacture our own heat sinks. As you can see here, for the basic, it's 2 basic conductors, 2 heat conduction wiring, and I don't have any of those at the moment, so we can't go and test this. The standard for this is going to be adding 2 heat exchangers into the mix, but that's going to give you a plus 15% heat dispersion. So that's going to give you even more heat that you're going to be getting rid of. Going over to the premium, that's going to add in some proto heat radiators as well, and that's going to give you a plus 30% heat dispersion. So that's awesome. Not only that, but this one's a bit of a game changer, and it gives us the option to go and top up our life support using synthesis. Using 2 iron and 1 nickel, this seems to give us the option to potentially top up our life support from almost empty, I suspect, to potentially full. Another cool thing I've noticed here on the beta is having a look into our data inventory. If we go and have a look at some of the Thargoid data, It actually says no, this material is used by engineers when building upgrades. So this all but confirms that we're going to be getting new engineer blueprints for Thargoid materials. So Thargoid weapon upgrades potentially. Maybe it's going to be Thargoid upgrades for our ships, making our ships more resilient to Thargoid technology. Not only this, but the changes don't really end there. We also have some changes to the galaxy map. Now, as you can see, where I'm sitting right now, you can see a grey dotted line. Now, what this is actually plotted my route that I've taken to where I am currently. I did actually go and fly around a little bit, and you can then see where I've been and where I've gone to. So that is absolutely spectacular. Not only this, we can go and have a look over at Colonia. There we go, 22,000 light years away. But let's go and have a look a little bit closer than that. And as we can see, we are at a star that is just ever so slightly shy of 20,000 light years. But look at this, we can actually go and plot a route all the way here. And considering how far and how many jumps this is plotting, this is actually plotting extremely quickly. There, look at it go, we're almost finished. There we go. That's plotted our route. Now let's go out of here and see just how many jumps this is going to be for us. Bearing in mind this ship has just shy of 64 light years worth of jump range. And that is going to be 282 jumps that this is plotted in that short amount of time. That is spectacular. Now, not only this, but we do have the option to go and use jet cone boost. Now, what this is neutron stars and white dwarfs. Clicking on this, we'll go and replot our course. If we go and exit out now, have a look over again. Now, for some reason, for me, it's still showing 282 jumps to get to this particular system. Now, I don't know if this is a bug or whether it's not working properly, but it's not showing up any neutron stars along the way for me. So I wouldn't worry. I do suspect that the Spanch website is still going to be usable after this. And what we can see here is that once you are plotting your route as well, some of it will show up as blue. The blue lines, whether they are dotted or filled, basically show the jumps that you're going to be making using neutron stars or white dwarfs. Well, that's going to be it for this overview of the 2.4 beta. I do hope you've enjoyed the video. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Neither of those good enough for you, that's what the comments are for. I've been Commander Chaos Wolf from Sci-Fi Gaming. You guys, as always, have been epic. I will see you soon. And until next time, my fellow commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.